Hello everyone. So in this episode of our reactive turn based game, this is what we are going to work on. Here you see when I press X for skills, I go to this skills menu, and when I press RT, I switch to the right side of the skills, and when I press LT, I switch to the left side of the skills. So now it's just only as of now we are only establishing the UI flow. So yeah, this is what we are going to work on today, this transition from left to right and right to left and going back to the base. And we already have these transitions working, and yeah, that's what we are going to work on today. And before we get started, let me remind you, here is the full series of this project, full playlist. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. So you can follow these episodes. And here is the project files. Here is my Patreon page. Once you become a member, you will be able to access project files of not just this project, all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel. So yeah, I'll leave links to everything in the description below. And now let's get back to today's episode. Right, so this is what we have been worked on so far. So here now when I press X, I can go to this skills menu where we see different kinds of skills for the character. So but we have only implemented half of it. So according to the reference we are following in expedition 33, we have two sides to this side, and when I press RT, this side is enlarged. So if not, this size shows in small with less details. So that's what we are trying to implement now. Right. All right, so to do that, here let's go to our UI for the skills, WBV skills, this one. Right, so here let's try something like this. Let me first remember the angle that we have for it's for the size box. Okay, then it should be fine. Let me wrap this with the horizontal box. Nothing is changed. Good. Now I'll call this VB left and duplicate it, and I'll call it VB right. VB stands for vertical box, by the way. And in the middle we need some icon, just like here, to point the sides. So let's initially try, let me open one of these because I already have this input button. I don't remember that. This one, it's yeah, it's action. It's just an image, so yeah, no need to think too much. Let me just copy that here to this horizontal box. What if I make this size to content? Maybe I'll do that. Then we can add padding in between these items so that we can define the gap between. But let's get into that later. Let me paste this and put it in between. And here I have all these icons. So just to visual, I'll use the RT. And here we need, as I said, we need gaps. Select all of them. Add padding to the bottom. 10. Good enough. Oh wait, hold up. This exceeds the limits. This text overflowing. So maybe let me reset the padding, and for the size box, I'll do a height override. Too much. That seems good enough. Oh well, maybe not. Still, no. Because when I want to collapse these parts and only want to show the name and this cost, just like here, we would not be able to keep this fill vertically option for the smaller section. But let's get into that next. Now let's see how to make this one side to only show the name and this number. So for that, let's go to this skill button. I think we can just hide this part. That might not be enough, of course. Let's add a function. Collapse. So what I would need to do is description. I'll make it invisible. Set visibility. Not the text, because this text skill description. Set visibility to collapsed. And I'll duplicate this. Enlarge. Here I'll make it visible. Now in the pre-construct, in the initialize button, I'll here have a branch. Let's make it instance editable. If it is true, it should collapse, otherwise enlarge. Right, now let's go here. Oh, it's already collapsed. This should be false by default. And only for the right side, I'll set it to true. So here, as I said, here you can see this still looks large. That's because we are using this fill vertically. If I make it like this, you see, now it becomes smaller. But I don't want to do that only for this. Let's do it for both sides. But still you see, this expands. This text expands beyond this border. So, size box. I'll remove this height override. And fill button. What can we do about that? Now this image, let's make it fill vertically. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong image. I'm in the background. Oh, it's coming from the button itself. Yeah, it is coming from this style, the background and everything. What if I add some padding to the bottom? Yeah, see, that fixed the problem. Right. And here we do have some offset to this 2. Other than that, everything looks fine. So if we want to bring down, get rid of this offset, maybe here we have a top padding -11. That's how we move it to the top. Okay, I think that in the collapse, this variable AP border, I'll make it a variable with padding. This is for collapse. I'll make everything 0. Do we have already here? And when we enlarge, I'll keep this top part 11. Sorry. Copy, enlarge. When it was compile. Oh, what happened here? I guess I need to. No, why is it? Oh, this is false by default. Yeah, that's fine. That's the way it should be. So enlarge is called by default. Let me connect and compile. Alright, when I said padding, it sets this, which is not what we need. We need to set the padding of this box slot. So instead of this, we need to do this. Slot as box slot and padding, set padding. Yeah, that's what we need to do. With that, by now it should work. Yeah, exactly. Now let's see here. Set to true. This is still up. Should move down. I think instead of having two functions as collapse and enlarge, maybe let's have only one function and pass collapse as a parameter. Oh, because it's a bit hard to manage this. Engine in two places. So it's on one place, and here we can just call this abstract. Okay. Oh, wait, what's wrap box? Should be a horizontal box though. Yeah, sorry. This is wrong. That's horizontal box slot. Is this a mistake? Third padding. this. File. Right side looks like this. Expand like this. But this is not still centered. Maybe we can try this. Let's set the vertical alignment. When we collapse, I'll center it. When we expand, I'll top it. I think now it's correct. Yeah, but it's not perfectly aligning with the text because we have a, because why? Let's just leave this part for now. It's not a big deal, although this looks good enough. It's aligning with the text, top text. Yeah. Okay, now the only thing is this. I'll make it align vertically. Both. I'll align vertically. Yeah, this looks good. Maybe RT is a bit too big. Okay, I forgot it. And we could use some padding for all these elements. What should be good enough. Okay, now the next thing is I need to be able to switch between sides with LT and RT. So to do that, let's define two inputs. Where did I do inputs? Right here. Let me duplicate this. IA, RT, IA, LT. And I'll add it to IMC UI. Oh, it expands automatically. IALT. Let me turn on my gamepad, Xbox gamepad, left trigger. 20. I don't remember what was the. Oh, maybe left mouse for LT. I don't actually remember what's the keyboard key for LT equivalent in the game. RT. I'm going to use right mouse button. Okay. Maybe Q and E is more suitable. Q, E. Yeah. Okay. Now save this. Go to skills and IA RT. Right. IA RT. And IA RT. I'll have to do this active check. In both cases. Now, not for triggered. I'll use it for started. Because trigger fires multiple times. As long as I hold the input down. Now here, let me give proper names. Kill L1. Yeah, I gave skill L1, L2, L3, skill R1, R2, R3. So now this is RT. I will get all these right side skills and set collapse. Oh, that collapse. Yeah, let's use that. Set collapse to true for the right side and collapse to false for the right side, and left side I'll set collapse to true. Let's turn this into a row or a function. Yeah, function. Switch side. And the input L R. If it is true, that means L. If it is false, that means R. That's not clear. Therefore, let's just add a comment. L row, no, row left was right, so that I don't remember it. I don't forget it. In case I forget, I know where to know that. So L R. This is right side, so L R not pole. And here simply without the note. Okay, now here RT means false, LT means true. Alright, let's try. Go to skills, T, LT. Okay, it's working, but it's interchanged. Let me check. This is RT. False. Yeah, this should be changed. Okay, now let's try. Skills. Great, it's working. But we need to change the button here and possibly an arrow. But button is just the button is fine, I think. IMG, let's say IMG RT and IMG LT. For this one, this is RT, this is LT, assign LT. Yeah, that's it. Both should be the same size, which is 48. So for both, I'll give a padding on both left and right, maybe 20. But only one of these will be visible at a time. So here, the TRT. If this is false, if this is true, that means we will make left side. If this is true, we will make the left side visible. So that means RT should be visible because that's the next input I need to give if I want to switch to the right side. So set visibility and select based on LR. If this is true, it should be visible, otherwise collapsed. In the same way for LT, but with the notebook. And do we have reconstruct? Yeah. I'll call switch side with true. So by default we should say, we don't say this. Okay, let's see. Okay, X, yeah, only one is visible. If I press RT, now we see we have LT. If I press LT, we have RT. Okay, so I guess that's okay. Yeah, and we can go back, of course, and come back here, switch sides, but I think this should be enough for today. So thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available for download here in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.